Good morning. Thanks for tuning in to another daily conversation about situations in everyday life. So let's talk about it. So today I woke up with this feeling of tunnel vision focus, right? I just had this energy come over me like it's time. There's no more procrastination. There's no more putting things on hold. It is time to really activate. And I think what really triggered me was when I was on a call with my sisters this morning. The conversation and topic that we were talking about was kind of like around the fact of, being able to forgive and being able to just regroup and restart. And the feeling just came over me of this like constant hamster wheel. That's all I kept seeing. It's like you heard what you're supposed to do today. You did it for a little bit, but then you went right back to the same thing. And then you got to go back and get the same motivation, the same encouragement, just for you to do it again for maybe a week now, and then you fall off again. I think that's kind of becoming really irritating to me, where it's like this constant process that there's no growth being made. It's like you're constantly doing something, but it's like you keep doing the same. You're in the same cycle. It's like, oh, I learned today. Yes, I got it. I understand. I'm washed. I'm clean. Yes. Now you get it right, and then boom, you fall right back. It's like, are we really locking into the tools that we're getting? Like when we get these tools that we get, do we lock into them, or do we just do it for a little bit and then fall off, right? How many times do we all start a challenge and don't finish, or we start a course and we don't finish, or we start a project and we don't finish? It's always some kind of distraction that comes your way that makes you feel like, oh, I got to put this down. I got to focus on this. And it's like, when are we going to get tunnel vision on the things that we need to shift in our lives? If we really want to make that change, stop talking about it. Yeah, I said, boy, I want to do this, and yeah, nah, do nothing. Pure talk and no work. I'm like so overseeing that in my space around me, people talking about, I'm just over it. I don't want to hear talking. I don't want to see talking. I just want to see action. I want to see people living better. I want to see people making the necessary changes in their lives. I want to start making the necessary changes in my lives and stop talking, right? So part of why I come here every day is not only to encourage my community, but also just to share with you guys what I'm going through. So if I can be a testament to you, and it allows you to kind of assess your life and figure out, okay, what do I need to shift? Where do I need to get activated in? Then that's the whole purpose of this, right? So that we can grow together. We're all growing. I'm not perfect, definitely not perfect. I'm getting to a place where I'm now comfortable with working towards growth every day. It's now a part of me. It's now something that I wake up and I desire to do every single day. One of the main things that I'm focused on right now is getting a grip of my finances. When I look at it, we make good money. Spending can be a little bit better, but where we're losing at with our dollars is because of our credit. We're paying so much high interest rates on so many different things that if we can just get our credit up, then we can refinance certain things and get those interest rates lower, right? And my focus is to definitely get our credit at a way better place so that we can refinance our vehicle, so that we can, when it's time to trade in and get two vehicles, we're able to get a low interest rate. When it's time to purchase a home, we're able to get a good interest rate. Like, it's insane when I look at my sister. She has like a mini mansion out here in Atlanta, and her mortgage is less than my rent. Insane to me, because Why? Not only did she put a certain amount of money down, but her interest rate was amazing. So knowing that and seeing that, it's like, okay, my goal for the next 6 months, for those of you that are not a part of the community, me and my fiance, we are going on an internal 6-month transformation journey where we're going to write out all the things that we want to accomplish within the next 6 months. We're going to kind of like kick this off with a mid-year, or I should call it a biannual vision board party we're going to be hosting in September. Keep your ears open for information on that. We're going to basically just really put this thing in gear, right? We're really going to take this thing up a notch. So all that we've learned over the past couple of years, all that we've gone through to better our mindset when it comes to our finances and where we're going and what we want to do for our children. Now we're finally, instead of like, I'm doing my thing, he doing his thing, but we ain't really doing nothing because we think we doing something, but we really ain't. Now we've finally got a chance to sit down and figure out what we're going to do, how we're going to do it. A couple of things I wanted to share with you that's out there for those of you that want to work on your credit. A lot of people tell you secured credit card, go the secured credit card way. That's great, right? But I've experienced having a secured credit card, which to me, tell me if I'm wrong. If it's a secured credit card, it's my money, right? If I'm putting $250 on that, that's my money, right? So I did that with Capital One. And this was a little while ago, probably a couple years ago, before I really knew how to handle credit. And I never got a chance to get back on grip with the payments, and then they took it away. But how do I owe you if that's my money? Please explain that to me. I'm a little confused on that part, but I realize that a secured credit card it's great, but it's not great. If you don't know what you're doing, it's not great because I'm a prime example of that. I had no idea what I was doing. I just thought, okay, boom, I'm about to put $250 on this. I got a credit card. Now, you got to know how to spend on it. You got to know how to pay on it. You got to know all the right tools to make sure that your utilization is not above what it needs to be above. Like my sister was like, go to your Credit Karma. And I'm like, okay, I'm going on it, right? And she's like, look at your credit utilization. I'm like, where do I find that? So it was so funny because I had no idea what I was looking for. I had no idea where to locate that. I didn't even know what that meant. So for those of you that don't know these things, get into a space where you can educate yourself on credit and building credit because it's very easy to do within a 6 to 12 month period if you focus. If you are tunnel vision, down into it, not making nothing take your focus off of it. I don't care if I want them Yeezys. I don't care if I want that book bag. I don't care if I want that pocketbook. I'm not going to overspend. I'm not going to take away money from my savings. I'm not going to utilize this credit just to do that. No, I'm not doing that. So what I decided to do with credit, with our credit being where it is, it's kind of difficult to get credit cards right out, right? So they have these programs like Self and Ava that are really good credit building tools that you can utilize. What I love about Ava is Ava kind of puts you in a predicament where you got a high amount of credit, but you're only using it to pay off like very low reoccurring subscriptions like Netflix, Spotify, Apple Music, Prime, Hulu, those kind of things that we pay monthly, especially me because I don't do cable. You have an account that's set up that's paying that directly every month without hesitation, and it's reporting to all credit bureaus. Over a 6 month to 12 month span, you're going to see your credit score jump up. You think that you need these $20,000 credit cards or $10,000 credit cards or $5,000. I don't even want to see them kind of numbers on the credit card, okay? Because I'm not going to know how to balance that. I'm new to this, right? So I'm just learning how to even deal with credit. So I don't need nothing that high. Give me something that's minimal that I can handle, that I can manage on top of it, I'm doing both mine and my fiance's together. I need something that I can grasp. I need something that I can manage. So just a tip, don't overdo it. Even if you can get a high credit card, don't necessarily just go and get it without the knowledge and education that you need to know how to handle that, how to manage it. You spend on it and you pay off. Like American Express, that's one credit card that I'm like, hold up. So you telling me that if I spend $500 on there, I need to pay $500 in 30 days. So realistically, American Express kind of works kind of like these installment credit lines that's out there, like the Zip, the Afterpays, the Klarnas. They allow you to spend a certain amount and break it up into 4 payments. I can do that, right? I really wish they reported to your credit bureaus because I utilize them. They're very good. You know, it's like, okay, if I need to get this, I utilize them mostly to get things for the kids. You know, if I need to purchase this and I only have a certain amount until I get paid, at least I can go ahead and get it now and pay off the balance over the next 4 weeks. So for me, those kind of little things work out, especially when you're someone that's trying to get a grip on your finances and figure out how to manage your finances without the access of credit cards and credit limits that you can utilize. This is a great opportunity. A few of the companies are Affirm, Klarna, Afterpay, Zip, and there might be a few more. They're really great. They're pretty straightforward. They're not really credit-based. I think Affirm is credit-based, but like Afterpay, Klarna, Zip, those are not really credit-based. And it allows you to learn how to kind of manage that. So once you learn how to manage your finances with, go ahead, pay for this for me, and I'm going to pay it back later. That's pretty much what credit is. That's what your credit cards are, right? You swipe it, you get the stuff you want now, and then you pay that bill later. This is a great way to start. If you do not have access to be able to get credit cards, utilize that, learn how to manage that, and then do things like the Ava or Self to help reporting to your credit. You can even use Chime, which is a really good online banking. It comes with a savings and checking account, and you can also have a credit builder credit card within your Chime account, which is really great. You can put a certain amount of money on there every month. It reports to your credit. You can spend out of it, put it back, spend out of it, put it back. So it's really you learning how to manage your money and learning how to manage spending ahead, right? That's what credit is. You're spending ahead and you're paying for it later. So learn how to manage that on these smaller platforms before jumping up to Amex and all those other credit cards, because they don't pull no punches. I'll tell you, that Capital One, even though that was my $250, they was real quick to close that account and take my card and take my money that I invested, which is a little, like I said, I'm salty about it because I keep talking about it. I don't understand that. Somebody explain to me how that works, because I can understand if they gave me that $250, but that was my $250. So I guess I don't know. Explain that to me later. But Financial Tuesdays are always going to be where we're talking about things to better our finances, talking about things that's going to help elevate our finances and create generational wealth. So I'm going to be getting on this starting in the next week. And over the next 6 months, I will keep you guys abreast on what's going on, how it's progressing. If my score is going up, I will keep you guys posted on that so that you guys can know how great of a tool it is. All right. Other than that, I think today everyone just go out there, don't spend, don't overdo it. Spend little here, little there. If I could get away with only spending $5 today, I'm only going to spend $5 today. If I can get away with spending nothing today, I'm going to spend nothing today. So either way, look at your finances, protect them, secure them, and let them work for you, okay? Go out there today, have a blessed day, and be the best version of you.